All right, welcome back to another episode of Joe Drives Everything. We are here in Willows, California at one of our local favorite tracks, Thunderhill Raceway. In front of me here, I've got two Miatas, both ND2s, both maintained by Ariel over at Wrench. Exterior-wise, they look pretty similar. As far as the footwork, a little bit different. Car on my right here is running MCS two-way. This one over here is running Penske's. Different spring rates between the two. Both cars are on similarly worn RE71 RSs, same size, 17x9 all around. And the big difference too, other than the suspension, is the braking. This car here has got the factory Brembos. This car over here has got APS-ics. So I had the opportunity to take both these cars out on the East Loop on Bypass. We're over on the west side here today while I'm doing this recording because I took out my good buddy Alex's car again here on the West Loop because we're doing some coaching. But without further ado, we're gonna get into the two laps. We're gonna do a comparison of these cars to see what the difference are. Once we're done with the video, I wanna hear what you think, which one you think looked better, and we can talk about it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're interested in doing, seeing more of this content and you wanna help by providing a vehicle for me to drive the track, let me know. Come on out to Speed SF, that's where we're always gonna be at. You're always gonna find me here. And you know, I do manage to fit in these cars with the pads removed, luckily. Otherwise, I would not be passing a broomstick test. So luckily the pads come out and we were able to make this happen. Let's get into the laps though. So those were the laps. Personally for me, I lean more towards the white car, purely because the spring rates suit the car, the grip level better than what the yellow car has spring rate wise. We've talked with both the owners. We've talked about getting this one revalved and updated. It needs a refresh as is with updated springs, but between the two, this would have been the faster car for me had I driven this in the morning. I drove this late afternoon when the weather was a little hotter, and it's also very apparent to me how different they are down the front straight when the top is up versus I had the top down on this car, and the straight line speed is noticeable. So yeah, you bought a convertible, but keep that top up if you're trying to go faster. So that played a role for sure. Both cars though, as you saw, ended up with a 204, which is not anything to scoff at, but not my fastest. Again, both cars are out here, right now on about 2-3 day old worth of tires, so they're both, similar age, but again, I drove this car later in the day, a little more worn down, I feel like, tire-wise, and the downside of the stiffer suspension is that when the tires start to fall off like that, it's much easier to make mistakes. I'm sure you saw in the video, my 1415 was abysmally slow in this car just because of the understeer I was trying to fight with from the lack of front grip, whereas this car in the morning, I was able to make that work pretty well through there in 1415. Again, that being said, if I went back out, fresh tires on this car, nice cool morning with the top up, I'm fairly confident I can get this car down to a low 202, maybe a high 201 on this east bypass loop. Again, excuses. What race car driver doesn't have excuses? I'm full of them, so I got plenty of stuff for that for you. But again, I cannot appreciate, both the owners, fellow track buddies of mine, Alex and Arvin, for letting me, take out their ND2s and really have some fun thrashing around. Is Miata the answer? For most, yes. I don't know about for me, but it's, it's definitely the answer for most people. I still prefer an MR2 because I love that mid-engine. What?
Miata's the best!
Get out of here. Anyways, that's a wrap. Something like that.